feel like being petty and shit towards each other, it must just come to an end. I apologize if there were points where it made you feel uncomfortable or made you feel like I am being a bad ass bitch towards you. I obviously have my reasons, and you obviously had your reasons as to why you reacted some other way.
If Bloody was an experience or a scenario or a show, tonight's live eviction, the 6th live eviction, was outrightly bloody, and it was unbelievable. I cannot even begin to start. Yo, like it's crazy. It's crazy, guys. Like, this was outrightly the hottest live eviction. I was thinking last week was, but no. These outstanding, strong housemates were up for eviction, and Big Brother decided to tear our shirt. Like, literally, he tore our shirt, made it trending without Lawrence causing any drama in the house. Can you imagine? Whew. Now, guys, this particular video is a video where I tell you about the after eviction gossips and shenanigans. So, of course, stick around, make sure to subscribe, click on the bell button to for notification, and every post and share comments down below, because it's about to go down. So Liema escaped being evicted from the show by a thin line, by a thin thread, and it was shocking. Like, literally, I was shaking. She was obviously going to piss her pants when they mentioned her name before they could say that she was saved. We saw how Jared reacted. He literally wanted to run to her and hug her. But that's not the important conversation here. What is important is the conversation her and Mpumi had after the eviction. So the both of them went in front of a mirror and decided to talk to each other, talking about how they've seen that this guy, Jared, his aim was to make sure he trends and lives a long, befitting life in the Big Brother house through the both of them by their names. He's been playing a game with them, using them to trend and, remain relevant. And then she even notices that he doesn't take them for shit when he said that he doesn't trust the both of them. Now, I cannot remember if that conversation happened, but I'm shocked to hear that he had told these two girls, or had spoken behind their backs, that he doesn't trust them, saying that the both of them have someone they could go back out to after the show. That it just shows how he doesn't take them for shit. And of course, Liema agreed. And at some point, I wanted to laugh at this conversation, because I'm like, how do you guys get to be so delusional, delulu? Because this guy has countlessly told you guys before he entered the show, when he entered the show, that he's not here for a relationship. He just wants to have fun. The both of you obviously have people outside. Why can't you just have fun and play the game too? At this point, I think it's only Liema that's playing the game, because she is still finding out ways to still circle back to Jared. Now, how they ended that particular conversation was saying to each other that they were sorry for being toxic to each other. They were sorry for attacking each other, that, maybe they had their reasons, but at this point, they're not supposed to be against each other, because they're being the ones who are being played. And, Mpumi said she didn't even know that Mile had been looking at all three of them with Jared from a very big lens. And then Liema said, you know what, her and Mile had conversation, and Mile aired her own point of view. But that was good, right? And then we noticed how Makeke was having a quick conversation with the housemates, people like Young Papi, talking about how he didn't see himself as disloyal or a two-faced person, just like Taki was saying. And then he was even asking some of the housemates, how did he see him? How is he reacting to things, this and that and this? Young Papi gave his 2 cents, but I really didn't care, because the good thing is that he is still in the show, right? Anyways, we saw how, what's her name? Yolanda. Yolanda is heartbroken. Like, I cannot even begin to start. We know that in the house, almost everybody is against Yolanda, the housemate. But there are 2 people that, no matter how they fight or quarrel or have any misunderstanding, they're always by Yolanda's side. And that is Chiwenza and Mitch. They're like 3 besties. Mitch and Chuenza might not be too close, but Yolanda is close to the both of them. So when Chuenza was evicted, she broke down. She started crying and cleaning her eyes. Not until Big Brother had to, put an icing to the cake when he evicted Mitch, and that broke her. We saw how after the eviction, she went upstairs and was on her bed, just, reminiscing on her experience and time with the both of them, even thinking on who is she going to bond with now when she knows Papa Ghost, Lerato, Sinaye, Mcjunior, other people, most of the other people are just against her. I think the only people she can really relate to be Makeke, who she calls Two-Face, a little bit of Willie, and who else? I really don't know. It's just crazy. She kept mentioning their name. Why Chuenza? Why Mitch? Why? And then she'll be cleaning her tears. At some point, she'll be scratching on her face. I actually think that her skin condition, she gets to peel her skin because it peels off or something. But that being said, the part that caught my attention after the eviction was a conversation between Sinaye and Mich Jr. because these guys were gossiping. Now, first off, Mich Jr. said that when he was called by Lawrence, he just told himself that, you know what, boy, you're leaving that house. Thank you for being till day 41. But then when he was safe, he thanked God. And then, of course, Sinaye said the same thing, that when he was called, he was just like, you know what, he expected it. But as he got safe, he is happy. Also, he didn't expect the dagger to an extent. He didn't expect it, but he also expected it. But now, all eyes are now on him because of that statement that was made that he should play his game. And then soon they moved on to talking about Mitch, that Mitch had let his celebrity and influencer status get into his head. Now, Sinaye started this by saying that because Mitch has celebrity friends, because he has a lot of followership with over 80,000 even before entering the house, and they're very active, he just feels that, he's one of the big people that would not easily get evicted, and that anytime he gets up, his people would have his back. And here was Mich Jr. saying that what do you expect? That when you have such a followership that none of them in the house has, you should expect that, these people are going to come through for you. But it was a wrong mentality too. And, it had gotten him to this point. Whew, it was quite a conversation because I'm like, okay, you guys are gossiping about him, but it is what it is. You guys are just going to create a little bit of hatred between yourselves and him. I know Mich Jr. does not care. Maybe Sinaye cares, but it is what it is, right? And just maybe it is true that he shouldn't let it get into his head. At this point, we also saw where Jareed has sworn that he is now a lover boy. He noticed a shout and jubilation when, Millie dragged him. It just shows that he's the most hated person and that the ladies hate him. Now he's going to fix his act and his attitude and hope that it keeps him longer in the house. I just knew that even with the conversation between Liema and Mpumi, Liema is still going to go back to the arms of Jareed. And it is what it is. They're playing the game and let them enjoy it.
I could understand, come on, bro, if you're coming in here and you want some 80K, bad mentality to have, but, would you not be on some pretty... Yeah.
What did he do 2 hours ago?
It was still Jareed, bro. It was still Jareed.
Now I'm a lover boy.